Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love this gong. Oh, yes. Oh, my voice starting off already. Okay, hopefully it will hold out for the duration of the discussion today. So, we're talking about meditation today. I've not talked about meditation in quite some time. Got some sage going here. And my gong. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Hello. How is everyone? Welcome. Hello, hello. Hey, Lori. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming on in. So today's chat is meditation. I have some questions for you. I like to ask questions, and please answer freely as we go. I'm going to talk about a little bit about meditation, why it's important, why it's helpful, how you can do it easier, and what I use in my typical meditation practices as far as crystals go, and how I go about meditation too. It's something that I have incorporated in my daily practice, and I feel it's very, very, very important for my own health and well-being. So it's not something we've talked about for a while, like I said. So I thought it's a good thing to bring it back up and see where everyone is with it, and just take it from there. So hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. Hi, Sandra. I see we've got Karen here. We've got Leslie. Hello, Suzanne. Welcome. Rachel. Sue, Susie, Alexandra, Cindy. Oh, my goodness. Everybody's here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I have a first question. First of all, first question, very simple. Do you meditate? Yes, no? First question is, do you meditate? And let's see what you have to say about that. Thank you for sharing, Cindy. Yes, please share this with others who can join our community, find us, who would like to learn about things that I discuss, who would like to find our community in general. Thank you so much for sharing. Hi, Demetrius, Eileen, welcome. Every single night, Suzanne, wonderful. I think it's awesome. Lori, yes. Daily, yes. Demetrius, yes. Wonderful. Sandra, yes, yes, yes. Eileen, try. That's good. Susie, no. Would you like to, Susie? Would you like to learn how to? Lisa, yes. Alexandra, not as often as you should. Our daily practice, meditation, Demetrius, yes. So that was another question I was going to ask for those of you who do. A lot of you already answered that, is how often do you do this? How often do you meditate? So a lot of you have answered that. Okay, so those of you who have not or don't often, do you find that you struggle with it? Do you find that you struggle with it, and why? If you struggle with meditation, what is the cause of your struggle? Why do you think you struggle with it? Yes, Susie, okay. We're going to talk about ways to make it easier, things that you can experience, and why you should meditate. So we'll get into that. Yeah, Karen, not yet, but very soon. Not often enough. The more, hey, Paul, yes. Betty, hello. Hello, everybody. Lisa, 2 months ago. Wow, it's 2 months. Wow. You lost your sister 2 months ago. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Continued peace to be with you, dear Lisa. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Meditation is something that I feel very passionate about because it's helped me tremendously. And I mean, it's helped me physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, all of it. It has helped me to heal areas of my physical being that I needed to heal. It has helped me to open up spiritual gifts, if you will, and spiritual insight and guidance, and connect on a deeper level. So I feel that the more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it all the time that you put into it, you'll get so much more out of it and then some. And if you are able to do it on a regular basis, it is something that if you can make it a daily routine, it will contribute to your overall health and well-being in such a way as the same thing as eating right, exercising. It's just part of a routine maintenance of self-care. I feel that when I very first started meditating, right away I noticed this deep inner peace. And when you are able to find that inner peace and hold on to that inner peace, that's what facilitates self-healing in profound ways. If you are able to hold self-peace, deep inner peace, you are able to facilitate self-healing. And it is a very beautiful transformation, and it really does not take much effort or cost involved. I mean, the biggest problem for most people are taking the time out to do this, and clearing your mind. You've got to make the effort to find time each day to do this, to meditate. You've got to make it a priority if you want to see these benefits in your life, if you want to feel that deep peace, if you want to start your own self-healing, if you want to connect to your spirit guides and your angels or get divine guidance in such ways. You've got to make time to do this. And it's very helpful if you can do it, if you set yourself a schedule, do it every time, the same time every day. Sometimes it doesn't work out for me that way, but I do make it a priority to meditate every day. To clear the chatter in your head, that's a big problem for a lot of people. I have found by using crystals, I focus on that energy that it provides, and that clears the daily junk that you think about, and it allows yourself to go into such a deep state of peace where you can start receiving insight, inspiration, divine messages. So I'll get into that too, of how to do that a little bit deeper in just a moment. But also you can add things. Make this an enjoyable time. Make this a very enjoyable time of your day. And when you do that, you're going to look forward to doing this. You don't want this to be a chore. If it's a chore, you're not going to do it. You want to make this enjoyable, create a space where you feel comfortable. Any of those of you who know me and have talked about meditation before, I'm going to ask this question, or maybe you've read my book about it too, Meditation Made Easy Using Crystals. What is the one rule about meditation? What's the one rule about meditation? Can anyone answer that? Let's see where we are here. A lot of daily meditators here. Some do struggle, the monkey brain. Yeah. So I'll get into a little bit more detail too with how to meditate with crystals. And I'm going to show you my crystals that I personally use for different meditations too. You can bring in, make yourself a space where it's comfortable for you. Bring in some sage. You can burn sage, incense, Palo Santo. You can use essential oils in a diffuser or just put them on your body. You can bring in some meditative music. You don't want to use like pop music. You really want some very calming tunes, because if you use pop music or music on the radio, typical music, your mind is going to start thinking about that. So you want either nature sounds or just very light, easy listening, meditative type music. You can light candles. You can have, put yourself in a blanket, whatever is comfortable for you. So my number one rule for meditation is there are no rules. Yeah, there are no rules. You don't have to do a specific thing. You don't have to follow a specific way of doing this. You can say mantras. You can if you like to. You don't have to. You can sit a certain way. You don't have to. You can lay down. Whatever's comfortable for you that's going to allow you to do this on a daily basis. I know there are many practices where you sit straight-spined, cross-legged on the floor, and many do this meditation like this. I can't get on the floor very easily and get up again easily, so it's like that to me is a challenge. So I personally lay down during meditation. That's why I say there's no rules. I feel like whatever it is that makes you most comfortable and makes you feel at peace in that space, do it. That way you will continue to do it. And do it during a time where you won't be interrupted by other family members or obligations or the phone or whatever else that you're involved in during your daily life. Find that time, find that time. So, and I'm going to bring up a question that somebody had asked me about this too recently. But I want to discuss too about holding crystals and using them to help that monkey mind go away. First off, select a crystal that you're drawn to. I know a lot of you that are here today have crystals in your collection. If you don't have a crystal in your collection, find one, get one that's inexpensive that you're drawn to. And you're going to find yourself, if you use crystals in meditation, you're going to find yourself using different ones for different reasons, and that's fine. Start off with the ones that you are drawn to most and hold it in your hand during meditation. So go to your space, lie down, or sit in a recliner, or sit in a chair, or whatever. If you want to be on the floor, sit on the floor, lay on the floor. It doesn't matter, wherever you are. Okay? Hold your crystal, close your eyes, and do some deep breathing in and out, and then just let your breathing go natural. But continue your thoughts, your focus, I should say, on that crystal that you're holding. And anytime a day-to-day thought comes to your mind, refocus on that crystal. You're going to get to a point, well, you should be able to get to a point where you start to feel the energy of that crystal. The energy from this crystal should be felt in your hand, first of all, whatever hand that you hold it in. And then eventually you might start to feel it go from your hand, through your arm, around your whole body. Just one crystal can do that. The more crystals you add, the more you'll start to feel this energy surrounding you. So try that every time you have a thought come into your mind, a day-to-day thought. Refocus on the crystal that you're holding. And then you're going to start training your mind to focus on energy. That's how you start to focus on energy, not day-to-day thoughts. Once you start feeling that energy, it feels amazing. It feels amazing. I look forward to sharing the energy in meditation with my crystals. And once you start feeling that energy and stop that day-to-day thought process, that's when you allow that peace to come into your being. And when you allow that peace to come into your being, that's what facilitates healing and divine connection. So there's a whole process of these things. Like I said, you can do mantras. That does help clear the monkey mind because you're focusing on a certain thing. You can, sorry, Penny's drinking and she's a loud drinker. She's a big girl. You can focus on your breathing in and out, in and out, in and out. Try all of these little bits and pieces as you do this and see what works best for you. I have felt for a very long time that crystals help me clear my head, clear the junk, and really allow me to focus on my own inner well-being and healing. Now, the question that came up to me recently is there are different feelings while using crystals in meditation there are different feelings that can come up, physical feelings. So what might you experience by holding various crystals? It can depend on the type of crystal you're holding, of course, because each crystal has different energies. And so those components will come out. But you can experience like an overall warm and contentment, like a blanket of a hug around you. You can experience tingling sensation. You can experience like a shot of energy through your limbs, just like a whew. You can experience a wave of energy. When I go into a very deep meditation and I get to the channeling mode for myself, I feel a wave of energy going from my head. It's just like a wave. It just goes, and it gets to my stomach, and it feels like butterflies, and it just continues all the way down to my feet. That's when I know I'm in the channeling mode. You can feel like you're levitating. You can feel like you're spinning. You can feel all sorts of different sensations physically during meditations. Sometimes you might not feel anything at all. I think the more that you work with your crystals, the more that you will start to feel these different various energies. But please share these kind of energies that you've felt during meditation too. Let's see where we are with comments, and we'll continue this discussion here too. Let's see here. Suzanne, yes, you lie down too. Yeah. Neither can I, Amy, or this, yes, referring to getting up and off the floor. To me, I've tried that. It's very, very, very uncomfortable. Emma, Penny, come here. Getting into trouble over there. Babysitting the dogs today. Demetrius, rose quartz crystal with clear quartz crystal amplify the energies, frequencies, vibrations of unconditional love. Absolutely. I love, 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 love that. Oh, sounds beautiful, divine. What if you're drawn to all of them? Well, I'm going to show you my typical, this is what's on my table next to me, all the crystals that I typically use sometime or another in my meditations, and why I use these specific ones. Use the crystals that you're drawn to most. That's where you should start off with. There's a reason that you're drawn to it. There might be a reason that you're not aware of. There might be properties within that crystal that you might specifically need. So start there and see where it leads you to. Penny, yes, she's thirsty now. JJ's getting his drink of water. So, yeah. Mary, yes, I agree. Each crystal has different energy. Mary, you've had different sensations. What kind of sensations have you had during meditation? And anybody else, too, that meditates, please let us know. What do you feel during meditation? Now, there's different kinds of meditations that I do for various reasons. Most of the time, I do my typical standard meditation for health and well-being and peace maintenance, continual maintenance to find inner peace. Most of the time I do that. Sometimes I do very, very, very deep meditations. I'm currently working on a project where I'm taking myself the deepest I've ever gone into, and I will be sharing all of that once this experiment is complete. And this has been something I've been working on the past few months, so we're working on that. But there's other meditations where I continue to focus on guidance. Maybe I have a question, or maybe I have a concern and I need some deep inner guidance or guidance from my spirit guides. So I'll focus on that. So they're different for different days, different meditations, different reasons. That's how I do my typical routine. It's not the same every day. I do connect to my angel and my spirit guides, my immediate spirit guides during meditation each time I do meditate. So if you're new to meditation and you have not connected to your spirit guides, or your angel and you would like to, that is something that you can focus on. Hold crystals associated with connecting to your angels or angel energy, and I would suggest either quartz, danbarite, here's a danbarite, apophyllite, an angelite, with the intention of connecting to your guardian angel. And I've got to say, it takes time. It takes practice. Don't force it. A lot of people want to force it. They want it right now. Mine took me several weeks to get to that point. But once I got to that point, I was able to, from then on, without hesitation. The same thing with channeling during meditation. Once I got to that point, I've been able to, when I want to get to that point. So meditation, things that you want for certain outcome can take practice, but you can't force it. You have to allow it. You know, I like that word allowing right now. You have to allow it to occur. Forcing something won't get you anywhere. Just a second. Emma, come here. She's getting into trouble. She doesn't normally do that. So you have to allow it to occur. And once you experience it, then it is more apt to happen more often and often and often from that point forward. So let's see where else we are here. Hello, everybody who's come on in. Thanks for joining us. Sherry, you feel an energy, an amazing energy, a buzzing feel. Yes, yes. I feel with certain meditations, I just feel so good that I want to... Somebody's skateboarding over here. Dogs don't like neighbors playing outside. Penny. Penny, Penny, Penny. Come on. What was I just saying? Oh, sometimes I look forward so much to that feeling of overall well-being in meditation that the crystals help provide, that I really look forward to that time during the day. So it does feel really, really good. Rachel, you've felt numbness before. That's interesting. I've not experienced a numbness, but that could happen. It depends on the mood or the purpose of the meditation, Amy. Yeah. Leslie, one time you were using selenite and there was a sensation like a slingshot sent through, like an energy pebble through the middle of your forehead. Yeah. Yeah, that can be like that energy the shot of energy through like a limb or something. And sometimes you can just get this, when you're just allowing yourself to enjoy the moment. That's how I would expect, I would suggest you to start, is just allow yourself to enjoy that moment and continue to focus on that energy with the crystal so that monkey mind doesn't bother you. But just allow yourself to experience that moment and enjoy it. And the more you enjoy it, the more you're going to experience some very different things. And you're going to find yourself with more inspiration, more creativity, more guidance that you might not even realize. You could get guidance, just downloads of guidance. All of my books were downloads of guidance. All of my courses were downloaded, just guidance. I came out of meditation, I started writing it down. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I've got to do this. A lot of my inspirations, a lot of my talks come from meditation. So, and it might not be a voice. It could be just a knowing. It might be a voice. You might hear voices. You might know things. You might just have a sensation. It's hard to describe for each person because everybody's different and everyone will respond differently. But you're all capable of these things, all of these things. So meditation is really worth every moment of effort you put into it. And if you can do it daily and make it a daily practice, it really is. It can open up so many doors for you. Who knows where it's going to lead you to, Lisa, amethyst and malachite and fluorite, obsidian, ocean, jasper mostly, but love them all. Yeah. Lisa, yes, I thought, oh, spring fever. I've got spring fever myself. Yes, Colleen, sometimes you go so deep, don't want to come out of it. Yes, sometimes I just am in a state of meditation and it feels so good. I'm just enjoying the feel of being in meditation. It's like, I don't want to get up and do my other stuff today. I just want to be here all day. It's almost like a massage, the sensation of a massage where you're that relaxed and just focusing on just the feeling of feeling really good. I don't know how else to describe that. So, yeah, it just feels really, really good. Thank you, Mary. Yes, please follow, like, share, and comment. Please join the conversation. Welcome to all our new people, and thank you all of our regulars for being here. Yeah, so absolutely. Okay, so I am going to switch this view here for you just a second. I want to show you my typical go-to crystals because this has come up in a question also. This is my typical go-to crystals for various things. Now, I didn't bring out everything. There are times where I go look for a specific crystal for a specific issue I might be dealing with personally, or there might be sometimes, I've talked about the Devik temple for guidance or the Celestial for soul connection and stuff like that. I didn't bring those out today either, but there are times when I go for those kind of crystal energies also. But I just wanted to show you my day-to-day kind of routine things, even the ones that take me deeper here. But I just wanted you to see my routine day-to-day things that I have. They're always laid out in front, in my room. They're always laid out in front of me, and I just look through what is it I want today, what I want to focus on today, and select from there. So I'm going to switch the camera view here so you can see, and I'm going to talk a little bit about all of these. And I also like to incorporate myself sandalwood for meditation. Just put a little drop on my third eye. If you like essential oils, you can put some on your crystals. You can put some on your body if it's, the type of oil you can use on your body. You have to check the oil guidelines for that yourself. Some oils might burn your skin. But you can use a diffuser. You can use, some oils are not pet friendly, so you also check into that too. So let me switch this over and show you the crystals that I have here. Okay, so this is my deep, deep, deep meditation row. What I'm working on right now. This is a twin Himalayan quartz. Beautiful twin Himalayan quartz. So in my very deep meditations that I have been working on these past few months, the deepest that I've ever gone in, I have been using that plus my euphorolite. Now I've just gotten some new euphorolite. These two are new. I have not tried those in meditation yet with these others, which I will next week. Now that actually brings a point to me. I want to take a step back just 1 second and tell you, I don't do the deep meditations every single day because it will deplete my physical body going that deep every day. So I have to be aware of my physicalness. If I'm too tired, I don't. I do my other meditations for health and well-being. If I feel like I don't have enough time to focus on it, I don't. I really have to be mindful of how I feel physically and mentally before I go into a very, very deep meditation. And I don't do it day after day after day for the same reason, because it feels like it depletes my physical energy field. So I just want you to be aware of that. So these are the ones that I use for a very, very deep meditation. Right now it's been the twin and these euphorolites right here. These 5. And then I'm going to add these 2 next week. And that takes me very, very, very deep for very deep, profound guidance. And like I said, more information on that when I'm finished with this experiment with this deep meditation. During every single meditation I ever do, I use a selenite wand. I place it on my chest with the point facing towards my head. This is kind of worn out. I've used this one for about 5 or 6 years now. I've used this in every single meditation that I use, the deep ones and the others. So I just love its energy. And I've always felt that I needed that extra energy that it provides. So I always lay it on my chest. This is my collection of my favorite ocean jaspers. I know a lot of you have ocean jasper. Ocean jasper is a very good overall health and well-being crystal to use. So on the days that I don't use the deep stuff, I use some of these other choices over here. So I will choose, just based on how I feel that day, typically two of these, and place one in each hand. And hold them during the meditation, one in each hand. And it feels amazing. And I place this on my chest. So I pick two, and they're not always the same. I just whichever ones that I'm guided to for the day. So that is really good for the health and well-being. Now over here, I have some more other choices that I use occasionally. This green opal I use just about every day. So I'll take one of these, two of these, and that typically for my health and well-being. And this goes on my throat chakra. I just lay it on my throat. And then over here I have some other choices of what I use a lot. My angel light gets used a lot, either on my throat chakra with the green opal or on my third eye. Sometimes when I want to go deeper, I will use the goddess stone or the dambarite. Now this is a little bit deeper, but not as deep as this. So those ones I will use occasionally. And if I do, one of those goes in one of my hand, one of these in the other hand. My Shiva shell comes around once in a while and goes on my third eye. Now that actually provides like a buzzing on my third eye. So back to the sensation, that provides a buzzing. So we talked about that one. This is rather new to me, asterite. And I started using that because I believe one of the properties, it says it allows you to be who you are. And that's something that I'm really working on for my own self lately. So if I bring this in, I will place two of the ocean jaspers in my hand, this on my chest, this on my throat, and this on my solar plexus chakra, which is right above the navel area. So that's sometimes I use that. A lot of times I've been using this in hydro. Very beautiful energy for body, mind, and spirit all together. And this is the way it's shaped. There's water in here. The way it's shaped, it fits very beautifully on my third eye. So I'll place that on my third eye occasionally. I've been using this if I need a boost of energy, Golden Healer, bringing in the universal light. I will place that on my solar plexus if I need extra energy boost, or my hematoid quartz. I'll do that in that same area sometimes too. And sometimes I will use my moss agate on my throat area, throat chakra, or my third eye, depending on how I feel that day. I always have a tourmaline handy, always, because going into the deeper meditations with these crystals, or these crystals, you can tend to feel dizzy or lightheaded. If you ever feel dizzy or lightheaded after a meditation, be sure to hold a tourmaline for like 10 minutes or so. Sometimes with these ones, I have to hold it for hours. I put it in my pocket, this big chunk in my pocket, and I walk around with it. This is something that's very important. So if you're feeling dizzy, lightheaded, or unstable after any type of meditation whatsoever, use a black tourmaline. You can use smoky quartz, hematite. Those are fine, but black tourmaline is my favorite in that area. It gets you grounded and back centered, back to earth, so you're stable again. Also have my little bag here of my chakra stones. Now, 3-4 times a year, I will give myself a chakra healing, placing either all of the stones on the chakra points, or I'll do one a day and focus on one a day. So I have those handy too. So those are my typical crystals that I use for various meditations each day. So let me switch back here and see if I can get this thing back on the stand without any issues. And any final questions or comments about meditation. This thing. Let's see, here we go. All right, see where we are. Any other questions or comments about any of these things? All right, let's see who's here and what's going on. Oh my goodness. I wanted to start using those two new Euphora lights this last week when I got them, but I was actually not, I was tired last week. So I thought, no, I can't do it. I just have to just respect how I feel. And so I thought, well, maybe this week, but my daughter and my husband are off this week, so they're home. So I want this when I do my deep meditations when I'm alone and I can really focus on what I need to focus on. I still do my daily meditations when others are around, but when I do my very deep meditations, I like to be alone. So I'm planning on using all 7 Euphora light next week. So we'll see. Either next Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, we'll see. And I am documenting all of these experiences with these deep, deep, deep meditations. And these documentations will go into my next book. So it is meditating with the Euphora light. It's such an amazing, different feeling. That you really do clear your head of any thoughts, day-to-day thoughts. I don't know, it's hard to describe the feeling of it going so deep, but it feels just wonderful. All of these do. All of these crystals I use feel wonderful. And like I said too, I do switch out some others here and there now and then for various reasons of what I might be trying to achieve or accomplish for that time being. So, love to work with ocean jasper, Colleen. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. I love the ocean jasper, and it's really quickly moved up on my list of all-time favorites. Now, there are certain crystals too that I use every day, but I don't meditate with them. They're in my office space, they're in my workspace, or they're in my various other ways, during my daily routines. So, but these are my typical meditation go-to crystals. Yeah. Oh, thanks for starting a watch party. Thanks, Rebecca. I don't know. We're into retrograde, I believe, now. I think last week was pre-retrograde syndrome. We'll see how it goes. It's just one of those cycles we got to get through. So, and hydros are very, very beautiful energy. Very, just a nice, nice feel to it. I just love Mayan hydro. Yeah, I love it. Mary used essential oils and crystals. What's your favorite essential oils during your meditation routine, Mary? Colleen, do I do more than one meditation some days? That's a great question. I typically don't. I usually just do one a day, and that's it. Some people do morning and night, but I do have very quiet kind of prayer meditative time when I wake up and when I go to bed, but that's separate than all of this. So I guess in a sense there's 3 times a day if you want to include that. It's just upon waking and going to sleep. It's very different. I actually did a discussion on that not too long ago. And I don't use crystals during those times. It's more prayer focused, connection to my higher power, prayer for others, myself, my family. And affirmation time, that's my time for affirmations and my time for gratitude work. So it's very focused during those morning and evening times, but I don't use crystals during those times. They're in my space because I'm just across, just a few feet away, but I don't actively hold them. Sometimes I will hold rose quartz during the gratitude portion of it, but I really have focused morning and night rituals, and so that's separate than my daily meditation routine. That's a good question, though. And how long can it take for meditations? I would suggest at least, the very least, 10 minutes a day. If you can build on that, the better. I was at a 20-minute mark for a very long time. It's just like I'd go into meditation, and it was just I wouldn't even set a timer or anything. I would just be like, bing, 20 minutes is up. Okay, I'm done. All right, that's fine. Then I've gotten a little bit longer than that. About 30 minutes now is the norm. Some people, like Demetrius was saying, an hour a day. Some people do an hour and then an hour later. That's fine. Whatever is right for you. But again, the more you spend in it, the more you're going to notice changes. And in various ways, various parts of your life, all over, you know. Hi, Lily. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Thank you. Rebecca recently came out of a meditation to find a white feather on your lap. See, I know, it's amazing. I believe that's your angel saying, you know, I'm here. I'm here. Maybe you might not hear me, but I'm here. Maybe you might not see me, but I'm here. The very first time and ever since then that I've connected to my angel in meditation, I've seen her, which I do talk about in my book too. My experience of that is I see her as an energy, and I hear her now. But I see her as an energy. She doesn't have like what we see, what we think of it was what an angel looks like with the wings, the white feathers, and the white, you know, beautiful. It is a very beautiful energy, and my other spirit guides hold very different looking and feeling energy for each one because they're different. They're all very different. So, but we can all experience that differently too. What I see. What you see, you're going to see. It's going to be different for each of us. So, if you would like to purchase this book, I have some available. Message me later to help you with your meditation routine. If you have it, revisit it too. Reread it. There's a meditation in here to help you. To help you with. Getting started in meditation, a guided meditation. That's one thing I didn't mention. Guided meditations are a great way to start off, to help that monkey mind, daily stuff getting out of your head. So my book is available through me or Amazon, either way. Let's see what else we've got here. Lori, do I listen to any music or anything else when I meditate? Occasionally, I will listen to some meditative music. It's not a normal thing for me. Every once in a while, I will. When I first started out, I did more, and then it just kind of gradually faded away for me. When I first started out, I did listen to guided meditations to help me. So use what you need to use to get you doing it. If you're doing it, that's great. Whatever it takes. What's my number one rule I mentioned earlier? There's no rules. Whatever works for you is the best thing to do. So if you can find some good meditative music, do it and use it and listen to it. Whatever helps you with that whole process is fine. Add it to your whole routine. Yes, Sherry, I have so many journals of my meditations. I should put those in a book, just raw. I have so many journals of my meditations. That's where I get my inspirations for ideas of things I want to work on or do. That's where I get guidance that I write down. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. That's where I've had past life recall. I have so many past lives in my journals. I should do a a book just on my journals. There's a lot of interesting stuff in those. So I suggest too that you keep a journal by, I do have a pen and paper and a journal on my table with all these crystals. So when I come out of meditation, if I need to write something down real quick, I do, because it's like dreaming. If you don't, you're going to forget it. It's going to be gone. It's going to fade away. So the quicker you jot something down that came to you, whatever it might be, during meditation, even if it doesn't make sense, write it down real quick, just the date, and just write down whatever came to you. And you can always look at it later and think of it later and ponder it later. And you can even go back into meditation too and ask to build upon that. What did that mean? Or what do I need to know more about that? Or whatever it was, you know. So journaling is excellent. I love to journal with meditation. Lori, I'm still wondering what it is that's blocking with the crystals in for you, the crystal energy. Have you tried just plain clear quartz every day? Just a plain clear quartz every day, and hold it. Hold it for 5-10 minutes a day, and just hold it and look at it, not in meditation, but just get to know it and feel it, and just allow your hand to feel what it feels, and just connect to it. Try that. I don't know if you've tried that. Try that with a clear quartz, but I've got to really do some more thinking on what's blocking your feeling of crystal energy. I didn't feel things at first either. When I first started using crystals, it took me a while to get myself in tune with the energy of them. It took me a while to get used to feeling the energy of the crystals. So work with just one specific one for a while and see what happens. When you get a new crystal too, I suggest you do that, just to get to know what it will do for you, how you feel about it, how it feels about you, how your energies interact. Yeah, just be patient. Yeah, lavender, that's good, Mary. Lavender is a great oil to use for most anything. And that's true too. Maybe you haven't found the right one. Yeah, good point. Yes, lavender is excellent oil for most anything. Yes, Lori, I know you do have a lot of crystals. Francis, catch the replay or the beginning. I don't know where you came in. You don't know how to meditate, or use my book, Meditation Made Easy Using Crystals to help your well-being and connect to spirit guides. But start from the beginning of this video, because I did give you some tips and ideas of how to get started with it. It's worth every moment you put into it. I do have anhydrous, Renee. Yeah, send me a message if you would like to. Yes, Sue, start out. If you're not sure about starting on your own, start off with guided meditations. Some that I used before are Esther Hicks, Brian Weiss. I like those. Make sure you connect with the person's voice. Use some of the ones that I have done in the past. I have a lot on YouTube. Use some of those replays. And use a guided meditation, but just make sure you connect with the person's voice, because if you don't like their voice, I've listened to some and I was just like, I couldn't get into it because of their voice was just not fitting with me. And it's, you know, and not everybody's does, and that's okay. So make sure you resonate with the person's voice before you purchase one. Listen to samples on YouTube and go from there. But that's a really good way to start off with meditation. And if you have a crystal, hold it so you get in tuned to training your body that's part of your whole routine, and that energy that it just feels really good. Feels really, really good to hold a crystal during meditation. Yeah. Look for an app called Insight Timer. They're guided music meditations. That's a good advice. Yeah. No rules for meditation. No rules. Yes. It is amazing. The more you do it, the more you connect. The more you do it. I know a lot of our friends here have shared some very profound insight that they have experienced and learned from during meditation. I appreciate you sharing with me when you do. It's very exciting to see the transformations that everyone goes through. And even, if you don't feel crystal energy during meditation, meditate regardless. Hold a crystal and meditate regardless, because you're still going to receive the benefits of a peaceful state. If you can get yourself into that peaceful state, you're still going to receive those benefits of inner healing, inner guidance, whatever it is. Oh, Lori, that's awesome. If you get colors and shapes, that's awesome. That is a start. And keep going with it and let it happen. That's awesome. Yes, write your dreams down too, both. Yeah, Lori, try just one clear quartz. Just try that and hold it during the day too. Try it during meditation and hold it during the day too. Just 5 minutes at a time. Feel it. Just connect with it. Just see if you feel anything at all in your hand. Just start with that. Anything at all. And then hold it in your hand during meditation. If it's too large to place on your body, just place your hand on it. I have some very large crystals that I have to place my hand on it by my side because they're so big. And see if you notice any changes, any tingling, or any warmth, or anything. Lavender is not for everybody, and that's okay. Yeah, if you don't like the person's voice, it just gets irritating. That's how I felt. I was just like, okay, I can't do that. I got to find somebody I like. So, yeah. Sue, you've purchased many crystal bracelets and sadly many have broken. Is that a sign just cheap or cheap bracelets? It depends on the cord that it's made with. Not all of them are very strong. And you've got to be very careful placing them on too. There's not something that you can just throw on. It's just the cord that's used. They're all different. The crystals are still fine. You can restring any of them and all of them. You can just restring them, you've just got to be careful with your bracelets. I've not had any issues except one in my whole time that I've had bracelets. Only one has broken. Only one. And you just got to be careful with placing them on. And I would suggest not getting them wet because that might cause that cord to dry out and get brittle. I don't know, but that's my thoughts on it. So just handle them with care and restring them maybe with a better, stronger cord. You can go to the hobby store and get a stronger cord for that and just restring them. Or if you don't want to restring them, just place your little crystal pieces that were in your bracelets around your home in a dish, or I have some in the windowsill, I have some in plants, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, just restring, yeah. Thank you for joining me today. Tomorrow I am doing a bracelet sale. The bracelets that I sell, they are not expensive. So I don't know, you have to gauge that in what you spend too. The people that make these things, I don't know how much effort they put into them. I don't know the people that make them. But I've not had any issues with the ones that I wear every day. I wear some of them every day for, I don't know, all year pretty much. So I don't know, just restring or find different ones. I don't know. Yeah. You still get the crystal out of it, which is probably, worthwhile. So tomorrow, crystal bracelet sale day. I know a lot of you have been waiting for that, and good grief, I have a lot. So, and then Thursday will be typical sale, normal crystal sale day. So, thank you all for joining me. And again, if you would like to read this, message me to purchase, or it's on Amazon. I'm actually going to be talking about all 4 books next week, I believe, and something exciting along with it. I want to do some check-ins with everybody and see where everyone is with, or any questions about the books, and where we are with that too. So thank you all so much for joining today, and please share this with others as we depart. I'm going to bang the gong. There you go. Have a blessed day. See you all soon. Namaste.